This is Bobby with Renaissance Game Supply. So today we are kind of working on organization. And what I mean by that is just picking up all the just general mess in the garage, reorganizing the desk here. As you can kind of see, I've let some of this stuff kind of get away from me. I'm gonna go get a couple desks, maybe one table, I don't know yet. I'll be setting it up back here by the back of the garage, and all the sets I have kind of sitting out like this. This is all Modern Masters and Conspiracy Take the Crown. I'm gonna be setting those back there in set groups on those tables. And the reason why I'm doing that is, A, it is a lot easier to stack those on the table than it is in a card box or a card organizer like this, because this only has 18 pockets versus 26 on the table over there. So definitely gotta go get that today. One of my robots is down. I think I explained that in a previous video, but if I did not, the stop switch up here broke the other day. I don't know, for some reason it couldn't detect the height or something, and it sheared that off. So it's not really working that well. So I have to replace that one and the one down here on the very bottom of the actual robot arm itself. So I have a 10-pack of those switches on arrival from Amazon, hopefully today. If not, gotten delivered yesterday. Either way, it's not a big deal. So I'll replace those two switches, get this guy up and running. This one over here is running Cons of Tarkir for me. So that's another set that I have a lot of boxes of, a lot of cards. So Conspiracy, Take the Crown, and Cons is the set that I'm trying to alphabetize today and push it over there, get it all ready. Once I've organized all of it, then I'll bring over each letter, organize that with a quick list, and put it in inventory. All right, something didn't sound right over there. Let's go see. Appears to still be working, not sure. It might just be out of alignment just a little bit. Maybe I'll adjust that later. Yeah, I don't know. Appears to be working just fine, so sometimes it makes a little odd sound, so it's like I get a little worried and I'll jump up over there and figure out what's going on. Yeah, like right now, it's just paused. It's like it's, can't remember what it's doing. So sometimes that's a network latency issue. Sometimes that's a access to the server issue. That server is probably somewhere in Italy or something, I don't know. I just let it do its thing. It probably needed a break. It's only working for 5 minutes. So that's what I got going on today, just organizing. So it's kind of a dull day. Not a productive day in the sense of getting numbers up online, but it is still a productive day because this is what helps me get the cards up online quickly, is organizing them by set, alphabetically within that set. And then I'm still working on this pile right here that my leg is and my foot is on there. That there is the stack of cards that are already organized by set, and there's just huge chunks of the same card. And those upload very quickly. And I've already explained in my orders, and more orders video, the reason why I like stuff like this is because you got people who buy over 100 copies of the same card anyway. So that's why it's important to list every card. And when you have that much in a row, that is super simple. Get your numbers up pretty quick. Yeah, There you go. So the robot already stopped. So what happened with the first robot was they pushed out a firmware update and now the Pi camera doesn't work right. And sometimes I wish they just would stop pushing out so many updates or something, or maybe test it a little more thoroughly before you force the firmware update, or at least give me the choice to accept it, because a lot of times the firmware update just includes the newer Magic sets, and I don't get newer sets fast enough, so I don't really care about updating the firmware. I just want this shit to work constantly. So, yep, so it only worked maybe 5 minutes and it's already off. And I know the camera works. I have thought about taking the camera off the other one and put it over there and get that to work in the meantime, but what's the point? I mean, I just hope it's not a new camera. This will be the third camera I've put in it since May. As the first two weren't the correct version, the factory sent me a new one. It's a blue camera. The other one was green, I guess on the circuit card or whatever. But I still love these robots. I think they work great. It's just sometimes I think the parts are cheap, so to speak. It's like I'd rather pay a little bit more money and have a quality part in there. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just doing something wrong, but I doubt that. It's the parts. I know it is. So I might have to take that camera off today and see if I can match up a part number or something on Amazon. It's a Pi camera. I just can't remember what version. And it's not the Pi 2.0 camera. It's something else. It's a newer one, because that one had a known bug in it and doesn't work very well anyway. So even if they are 12, 15, 18 bucks, they're not worth buying because they won't work. They'll do the same thing that one's doing right now. Work for 5 minutes. Oh, I can't recognize the image and power myself off. So that doesn't do very well. As you can tell, I haven't had a successful week this week because neither robot is working. But I'll have the parts soon to make them both work, and then we'll be up and running again as efficiently as I'm used to. I mean, yeah, there's still some work I can do kind of behind the scenes to kind of push the store a little further, but it doesn't go as fast. I'm talking the 20 to 30,000 cards per week. It doesn't go as fast without the robots. There's just no way. I mean, life gets in the way too much. And it's far easier to load 2,000-3,000 cards through that a day than it is to sit out here and do it yourself. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for the moment. Just a lot of store. I'm kind of behind on organization, and the organization I'm talking about is, creating the letter set tabs for all the boxes. I'm really behind on that, so I need to do that. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to go bite the bullet and buy some, and I don't like doing that. They're too expensive. I can make them for $1 versus spending $10 to do the same thing, so it's just time at this point. The other thing I wanted to do today too is get those tables, get some of these card boxes up off the floor. Winter's coming soon. The floor is gonna be cold. I don't want some of that cold and moisture and all that shitty weather that comes with winter kind of getting absorbed into some of these cards and such. So we're gonna get that going, get this place picked up, cleaned up, and get some shit to the storage unit. I know I keep saying it every week, but I'm really going to do it today. I have to. I also started doing my own contract work again. It was kind of nice. So today I gotta run up to Durango and knock out a work order up there, and I'm gonna start doing that hopefully a couple times every weekend. Once these guys are up and running, I will be able to have the confidence of being able to run out and do that kind of stuff again, because I know that these are gonna be working in the background, doing what I want. And when I'm done with my work order, I come back home, I reload these machines, I close out my ticket for that, and I'll be able to keep busy doing that on the weekends. And then it's still not gonna take away from me uploading cards, because if I really wanted to, I could reload these one letter at a time in each machine, scan that, and then just upload the CSV. So if I really need to get cards up, I still have a way to do that. It's faster if I do it. So in between work orders, I'll still be uploading cards, organizing, creating content and stuff, but I'm kind of excited to get back to doing that. So now that'll give me 2 businesses, both self-employment, no employees, just go and do it and just grind with the intent of hopefully buying a piece of land soon and going out there and find a spot to build and whatnot and get a foundation kind of built. And one of the first things I want to build is a shop for this. Obviously a cabin to stay at, and you gotta have a shit house, so you gotta build that. That's the first building, but that's the most important building probably. Everything else is second. But eventually, as my wife and I kind of gear up towards retirement and whatnot, this is our retirement income, and it's going to be something that we can do all the way until our 80s. Maybe I'll sell it off by then, but my contract work is something I can do probably all the way till I'm about 60, 65. I mean, I'm in pretty good shape. I already own all my own tools. I have all the knowledge base to do it, so I'm gonna keep that going just as kind of primary income. So in about 7 years, I'm gonna retire from working for anybody, W-2 wise. So I'd like to get my 1099 business up and running again. That way in the next 7 years, I have enough clients to kind of carry me forward. And eventually we're gonna sell this house. This is a 4-bedroom house, 2 bath, 3.5 car garage out in the country club next to a golf course. So it's gonna sell very quickly, and then we'll just take that and kind of roll it right into building out there on our own property once we get going. So yeah, that's my plans anyway. Hopefully easy life in the next 6.5, 7 years, 7.5 years, something like that. So we're in that sweet spot. But I'm only 47 now, so I'm hoping by 54, 55, be fully retired and just working for myself. So couldn't get there if it wasn't for the help of this, getting this going and having this dream kind of taking off. It's not really quite where I want it yet, but it's getting there. It's getting there. I can start seeing kind of this coming to fruition, so to speak. I just got to get a few more tables, get set up out here and get a little more organized, pick up another robot. I think having 3 is really going to be essential. You can have 3 under one subscription. Subscription's $89 for every 3 months, or you can pay the annual fee of $250 something, which is probably what I'd move into once I have 3. So yeah, I want a 3rd one. I'm gonna be saving up here soon for that. I've got a little money saved for it, but I keep buying tables and parts and shit, so it kind of depletes it pretty quick. But yeah, they're about $3,500, $3,600 completely built and shipped to your door, somewhere between a 3 to 5 month waiting time. So if you're interested in getting some, that's about what to expect. So, but in the meantime, always use QuickList or another way to get your cards up, CSV file, something like that. Trying to think if there was anything else to update. No, that's probably about it. Maybe later today when I get back from doing that contract job, I will turn the camera back on and maybe just kind of film some of my process here. Maybe not talk to the audience here, but just kind of film some of the process and get it uploaded so you can kind of see. And what I want to do is not just talk about the process all the time, but actually physically show you how you can do this too. A lot of people tell you, well, you can't really get a lot of cards open a day. Actually, you can. Realistically, if you were organized, you could push 5,000 cards a day pretty easily on your days off. Anyway, I'll show you that process later. Thanks for watching.